Good Saturday morning. I don't know when you're watching this, but I'm recording this Saturday morning. It's about 10 till 5. Busy day for me already. Had some pre-workout, got some caffeine in it, so I'm still a little bit amped. I'm just trying to stick, with everything being closed, including my gym, I'm trying to stick to my regular routine time-wise, which is difficult because, I mean, quite honestly, it is absolutely no fun for me not to be able to go to my gym and start my day as I normally do. But such is life. We're making lemonade out of it. I got a to-do list today. I got a lot of stuff that I want to accomplish today, so a little bit different format also. I alluded or mentioned in the last Saturday with Steve video that I'm starting a YouTube channel, and I have, and all the videos that I've done so far, my Facebook page, I've uploaded to YouTube. So hopefully this one's going to make it up there as well. I'm not exactly sure about the timing. I got to work all that stuff out. But yeah, I'm working on breakfast now. I've already done my home workout. I don't have weights or equipment or anything in my house. That's what I pay a gym membership for. I don't have room in this house for that kind of stuff yet. Might do a garage conversion someday when money allows. But yeah, I did a doctor, my standard warm-up Dr. Dre Tabata, which I'll run through that real quick. Basically, it's a 20 seconds of high intensity work and 10 seconds of rest. So for the work phase, jumping jacks, I chose jumping jacks and what we call butt kicks. You'll see those in this video. But yeah, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds of rest. And the idea is just to, get the blood flowing, get yourself warmed up. I do not stretch before I am warmed up. That's just me. I find that for my body, if I start stretching before everything is moving, I get ligaments and tendons and everything is angry at me. After that, I did one of my standard Jeff Cavaliere workouts. Love Jeff and love his workouts. He calls it a six-pack promise. If you buy one of his programs, they're very affordable. Most of them are under $100, like $97. You get the six-pack promise programs as well. So today's, and they shuffle and they have various levels of difficulty. This one, I normally do these with dumbbells, but obviously not being in the gym, I don't have dumbbells. But today's workout consisted of 30 seconds of butterfly heel taps, 30 seconds of side plank Statue of Liberties on one side, and then 30 seconds of Statue of Liberties on the other side, and then 60 seconds of knee tucks. And again, this is normally all done with dumbbells. So I'd normally be holding dumbbells with this, either in my hands or for some of these like on your ankles. So then after the knee tucks, we had 30 seconds of rest. And then after 30 seconds, we do sunrise, sunsets for 30 seconds. We do a 90-90 crunch. And here again, you could be holding the dumbbells, or put the dumbbells on your ankles, or a combination of both. Just depending on your fitness level. And again, you vary the weights of the dumbbells too. And then to finish it off, we did 60 seconds of Russian twists. So that's been my day so far. I'm heating up this pan. We're gonna do an omelet. So I gotta turn the broiler on because I was finishing off my omelet in the broiler. So what else do we have planned for today? In addition to my regular stuff, which this is a very aggressive day, I have a clothes order coming in from Buckle. Love Buckle clothes. I am not a fashion kind of person. I mean, Walmart shorts to the gym. I'm making some attempts. Like Buckle clothes, so when those come in, hopefully they're coming in today. I'll show you guys what I've ordered from Buckle. There's a shelf project that I have to do in my office. My office I'm pretty OCD about some stuff. And it started off really, really nice, but I have some leftover scraps of wood, as you saw, last week. And I got some wood in my shed, or in my garage, and I have some shelf brackets that I bought for a different project. I have some extra ones of that. So hopefully we're gonna get that shelf project in my office knocked out. And then last weekend we talked about the light fixture that I need to do something with. And I had some really good feedback from you guys too. And I think I'm gonna go with a friend of mine's suggestion of mason jars for the containers instead of glass globes. I think that'll go perfect with everything else. So thank you very much for that suggestion. And then I got to cut the grass, water the trees. We'll check on the progress of the trees because when I was watering them last night, they're really starting to look nice. And grocery shop somewhere along the line in there. So that's what's on my list today. So follow along for another Saturday with Steve. All right, we got the closet all emptied out. So that's all emptied. One of these days, we're going to put doors back on it, too. I have those out in the garage. And it's amazing to me how much junk can fit in one small space. And I got this the rack out of there, too. I think the rack is going to go in the garage for storage. And I'm going to put shelves. I have shelf brackets right here. Yeah, here. Or I got to get my pointing correct. That I'm going to use. I have a piece of 4x8 MDF out there in the garage, which I'm going to cut down. I can't do it yet. It's dark outside and the neighbors aren't awake yet. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do between now and when the sun comes up. I'll probably take some measurements for know exactly how big the boards need to be. Might actually move the Jetta outside because I've got plenty of lights and stuff in the garage where I can actually measure out size of the boards that I need. So yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I will do that. And so that way when the sun does come up and it's an appropriate time on a Saturday morning to get out a saw and start cutting on things, we can do that. So that's where we are in our project. So, bang. That's where we are in our project so far. All right, so we are looking good. This is a laser level. I was just checking my lines in the closet. I don't know how well you could see that or not. I'll obviously I'll look later on when I put it on the computer. But for now, I decided on 16 inches down from the top. So the ceiling is really hard to see because it's all the same color. But 16 inches down for the first shelf, and then 12 inches in between. It gives me a total of 4 shelves, which will work out great because the 4x8 sheet of plywood is obviously 4 feet. So 12-inch shelves coming out from the wall. The top one that gives me enough space to get in to put stuff on the top shelf with the header of the closet there. So, and also this bump out thing here, this is the return for the HVAC system in its house. So it bumps out a little bit. Eventually I'll probably put some more shelves in here down lower, just depending. But right now it'll give me some spots to store some of my taller stuff. So I think that's turning out good. We have to use the stud finder. Yeah, it's working. Always good to check and make sure your stud finder's working. So what I'll do now is I'll find where the studs are in here so I can put the shelf brackets in. It's still dark. It's only 6:15. Still dark outside, but we'll find the studs. We'll get the brackets put up, and then I'll also draw lines or measure out on the sheet of plywood that I'm going to use so when the sun does come up and it's acceptable time for me to go outside and saw things up, I will cut that and we'll get our shelves in. I'm probably not going to paint them today. That'll probably be one of those summertime projects. When I run the air conditioner in the house, I'll pull everything back off the shelves and paint them out in the living room. Whenever. That's not one of those have to do's. I just want to get the stuff back in there today so it's not all over the living room. So I'm going to go ahead and hang those shelf brackets. So we'll check back in after that. All right, we're rolling along with our shelf brackets. I'm going to show you how I put one of them up. Since this is a one-man operation, you got to kind of get creative. So this block of wood simulates where the shelf is going to go. I put that on the line right over where I marked for the studs. Put the shelf bracket right up to it. Make sure that the bottom hole for the bracket lines up down here where I marked for this stud. And then we're going to get one screw in our screw gun. And then line it up there. So that's the bottom one. You want to make sure that it's perpendicular as well. You got to be very careful because if these things sticking out like this with no shelf board on them, you can stab yourself pretty good. Now for these, since 2x4 is only really 1.5 inches thick, you got to go at a little bit of an angle on the top one so that the screw actually bites into the 2x4. Alright, so, and that is how we're looking so far. Got the top ones up, working on this row. I am 4 brackets short, so one of my trip to the grocery store, I'm going to swing by Home Depot and get 4 more shelf brackets so we can finish this whole project today. I'll just take a picture of one of these so I make sure I get the exact same size, color, and everything else. So that's where we are right now. The sun is coming up, so it is, what time is it? It's about 20 after 7 right now, so the sun's coming up. I'm going to finish up these brackets, and gonna take get the plywood out and get the lines drawn out for where I want to cut that. I will probably, grocery stores don't open until 9. Well, we'll see what time it is. It's Saturday. I hate to make too much noise too early in a residential neighborhood like this, but might have to make a little bit of noise outside, wake up the neighbors. We're coming up on 8 o'clock. This is Saturday. I'm still not convinced it's a good thing to start sawing yet. So I moved the Jetta car outside. Might not be a good idea to saw outside, but I could always just close the garage door. I got everything marked on this sheet of MDF. So here, it's hard to see in the sun. It's very glary. But here, I got my 1 foot marks measured out. It's actually 49 inches wide. This one shelf's going to be a little bit wider than the others. That's okay. I'll probably put that one on top. And then I also mark here where we're going to cut off to the right. What is it? 82 inches wide to fit in the closet. So what is it? 6 foot 10 inches or something like that. So that's where we are right now. I will probably either just take this outside. I see movement outside, so I'll probably take this outside and saw it because I don't want a whole bunch of dust in my garage. So I will probably take care of that in the next couple of minutes. First, I'll probably eat a snack for breakfast.
This is Hurricane FM. All rock, all the time. Hurricane FM.
Firehouse, don't treat me bad. Good Saturday morning, everybody. I'm such a dork. I am such a dork. All right, I have my breakfast snack. Got the rest of the brackets up. I am on my way to Home Depot, Walmart, and then Aldi. Home Depot, we got to get a couple shelf brackets because I'm short. Need a couple things at Walmart and food at Aldi. So, getting ready to get out on the highway. So, I'm going to sit the camera down for a little bit.
Winning lottery numbers coming up, but first we have the weather. There's a hurricane, and this is it. Hurricane FM Radio. All right.
9:18, 42 minutes away from the top of the hour. 10 o'clock, 49 degrees. Gonna be a beautiful day today. Sunny, no clouds in the sky whatsoever. Going up to the mid-70s. We're flashing back this weekend on Hurricane Radio. Something you want to flash back to, give me a call on the airline, 1-800-HurricaneFM.com. A lot of digits, dial carefully. Flashing back to Phil Collins and Philip Bailey with Easy Lover on the Hurricane. I'm such a dork. Such a dork. Successful shopping in Home Depot. We got our shelf brackets. Walmart, well, I had 8 things on the list. I got 2. Kind of typical. Aldi, we were successful in there. So, headed home now. One load of groceries and get those put away and go back to our shelving project. Groceries are all put away. We got our circular saw out, set to a good depth for cutting this plywood. So, battery in. I always do any adjustments with no battery in. Don't want to get your fingers in there, so let's go ahead and cut up these shelves. We'll get those dusted off and we'll test fit them in the closet. That's what we were going for. One thing we're going to do to finish this off later, not right now, when we paint, this spacer block, it's the same pieces of lumber that I used to trim out my kitchen countertops with. And when you do cheap stuff like this, you can make it look a little bit classier if we trim this the same as I did in the kitchen, where I have that laminate on top. Basically same combination. So I'm not going to laminate the tops of these. They're all going to get painted white, the bright white that all the trim is. So they're easy to clean. It's a high gloss, but we'll tack that on the fronts. Any little imperfections that we see here, we're covered up, and then once it's painted out, it'll all be the same color, and it'll just look a little bit more high end than what it is. MDF with, you know, number 1 or number 2, just junk pine on it for trim. So the shelving project was good. I'm going to leave the living room in piles right now. It's warmed up enough for me to go out and cut the grass. I don't like cutting grass when it's cold out. I don't want to have to wear a jacket to cut the grass. So all in all, the shelf project went really, really well. So I'm going to cut the grass, and then later today, I'm going to put the everything back on the shelves. So I'm heading out to cut the grass. I'll be back in a little bit. I told you they were doing well. Look, this one's even got blooms on it. That's awesome. So this is one of our cherries. I'm watering them right now. You can probably hear the water draining out of the bucket. This is the other one of our cherries. This one doesn't have any blooms on them yet, but it's kind of unheard of for a cherry first year plant to have blooms on it like that. So very, very happy with that. Let's go look at our river birch. Done cutting the grass. It's a beautiful day out here. It's a little chilly, but that's okay. We got to finish some inside projects anyways. It's like 11:30. My stomach is telling me it's time to eat lunch. Oh, I did get to spray the grass and weeds and stuff around the tea olives the other day. It was a calm day. So I got to spray and kill those. I just got to get some mulch now to put around them. This one's doing well too. Got one little branch there that broke on it. You can see him over there. But the leaves are all coming out nicely on this guy too. So dog's talking to me. Black dog and brown dog. So I'm gonna go in, get something to eat. Well, I'll put the mowers away first. I'm done with that. Get something to eat. I'll probably put everything back in the closet. So we'll check back after a while. Craving Subway for lunch, and I have to drop something off at my parents' house. So the grass is all cut, trimmed around, and everything's all put away. So after lunch, I will get back into the inside projects and get all that stuff put back. So, whew, tiring myself out. Been awake since 4:15 this morning, and it's almost noon. So, but I'm getting a lot of accomplished. So, alrighty, we'll check back in a little bit. Do I live in a beautiful part of the country or what? Look at this lake. My parents live over there in one of those coves. That's where we're headed. Absolutely beautiful here. Look at that. I love it. Alright, we got to be on our best behavior now. We're rolling into the high-rent neighborhood. Nah, not really. No, they're very nice houses here for sure. So, probably gonna lie in the driveway in the sun and eat lunch. Alright. We're Mommy and Daddy's house. Gonna eat lunch. Alright, we're leaving Mom and Dad's house now. Lunch was good. They have absolutely gorgeous property. They have absolutely gorgeous property. So, got a flower tour. They have been starting in pots some plants for me. And my dad's gonna drop them off at my house sometime, probably the next couple of days or something like that. They're in pots. They're looking really, really nice. Can't remember the names of all of them, but some of them are from family members from years ago, which is really, really cool. All right, so headed home now. It's kind of warm outside. Temperature on the Jetta dash says 61, but I'm pretty sure it's warmer than that. So I'm gonna go get stuff put back away on the inside of the house in the closet in the office. So I will see you guys when I get books on the shelf. I made it all fit. I actually even got a bonus out of it too. I'll put my client stuff on that. That was the shelf. Well, let's just go look. I'm very happy with that project. I'm very, very happy with the way that turned out. Everything fit back in there nicely. But yeah, the plastic shelf that was out here hold on. So we gotta turn that off. And turn it off. There we go. Now we're off. The plastic shelf that was out here. Now I moved the wire shelf that was in the closet before out here. So it's holding everything that was on the plastic shelf. The plastic shelf was a little bit deeper and not quite as wide, but that one is going to go out into my shed and hold stuff out there. So all in all, it was a very good project today. I got a bonus project out of it with moving the wire rack out here into the shed. I thought about putting the doors back on the closet. They just haven't been painted. I know if I bring them in here, they're never going to get painted. So I'm going to leave them out in the garage until I actually paint them, put them back on the closet. But yeah, I'm very, very happy with the way that turned out. It is, what time is it? 3:15. I think I'm going to call it a day. Oh, the buckle clothes haven't shown up yet. I'm not sure when FedEx is going to drop those off. Maybe we'll get to do a fashion show in a little bit. I'm not sure, but I'm going to put my, dry that off because I hosed it down outside. And I can put my client stuff back on that. And I'll transfer this video over. Hopefully my clothes show up sometime today. I'll have to check on that. So we will, we'll check back in a little bit. Hopefully the clothes will show up soon. I'll talk to you then. Guess what? Buckle clothes are here. All right, let's get scissors. Get into them. Let's give them a quick try on. I'm happy with all of them. We'll detag those, throw them through the wash machine, and I'll wear them this week to work. Maybe. Well, we're finishing up the video where we started the video, in the kitchen. Figuring out what I'm going to eat for dinner. It's been a very fun day for me. I got a lot accomplished. I hope you enjoyed following along with me. I didn't get to the light project again, but that's okay. Because in the shed cleanup stuff, or the garage cleanup stuff, I found parts that I'm gonna need for that light that I thought I was gonna have to buy. So all is good. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed watching and joining me in for today's activities. And if you have any questions about anything I did, leave me a comment down below. We'll see you soon.